Vlogmas Day 19. I can't believe it is December 19th. So much to get done. Not really. I've stayed ahead of the game, I think. So today, let's see, I have a haircut this morning, so that'll be fun. I always enjoy a good haircut day. Haircut this morning, and that is it. So we've got some stuff going on this evening. My son and husband have basketball practice, and my daughter's going to go up to the middle school to see the choir concert, because if we haven't been to enough of the musical concerts up there, but she wants to go. She has a couple friends that are performing, and they one parent had an extra ticket, so she's going to go with their family to see the choir concert up there at the middle school tonight. But other than that, I want to finish some gift wrapping. Hopefully at my hairdresser I can buy my last Christmas gift that I'm still looking for. And then I'll be finished, and then I can finish wrapping. I'm almost finished wrapping, but I have a few things left that still need to be done. So that, and then I want to get down and work on my Jarrah. So I cut it out last night. I had a little burst of energy and got that cut out. So yeah, that's kind of the plan for today, and I will see you soon. Advent Day 19. She just cleared the board. Guys, so I'm all showered, ready for the day. Clearly don't have makeup on. I've got a haircut. Oh, what is going on there? I have a haircut this morning. My mom always says, you should go to the hairdresser with a full face of makeup on, so that when you're finished and your hair looks nice, you just feel really good about yourself, which I get her point. Like, that makes sense. But I'm kind of like, so my hairdresser, I go to a place here in my hometown, and they give head and neck massages as they're washing your hair. That right there is worth everything. Oh, it's a day spa as well, but they give a really good head and neck massage. And inevitably, you get water that like runs down the side of your face. And then it's just annoying to be worried about makeup. So I'm just not, and my face needs a break. I've got, like, I don't break out hardly ever, but I have some like breakouts just around my like mouth and chin. I'm not sure what's going on. I think it's dry. We have a humidifier, but I think it's just really dry here right now, because my feet especially, I mean, I'm not even we're not even gonna talk about it. But so dry, almost they hurt. So I think I have dry skin anyway, so I think it's just like extra dry for some reason right now, and our humidifier probably can't keep up, I guess. Anyway, we should sleep with like a actual like vapor humidifier in my room or something at night. That actually might not be a bad idea. I think we've got one somewhere from when the kids were little, but anyway, enough of that. So I'm headed to get my hair cut today, and then I do have stuff on my list that I should be doing. Like I said, I wanted to get some gifts wrapped today. I don't think the house is going to get cleaned. I think I just need to be down in my sewing room. This is a very stressful time of year, and I've even mentioned it. It's very stressful for my kids right now. They had flu shots yesterday, and I think it's kind of, I mean, typically flu shots aren't an issue, like they don't have any effect or whatever. But I think my son was had a little bit of something, like maybe a little bit of a head cold. And so I think the flu shot may have just taken him down. He's not sick. He doesn't have a fever really, but he doesn't feel good. But I had to make him go to school today just because they've got like the finals and stuff that's not going to easily be made up. Because I mean, if he had a fever, I definitely would keep him home. I'm not going to infect the whole school, but he doesn't. I just think I think he said he had a headache, and I gave him some ibuprofen. But it's just stressful. Them trying to finish up homework and projects and tests and all that stuff. And this is the first year. I mean, they were in elementary school last year. So the end, this time was just all about parties and crafts and that kind of stuff. So this is different for them. So they're adjusting to that schedule as well. Anyway, so it's just kind of stressful. Like the end of the night, everyone's just really tired. And we're not snapping at each other. I'm proud of us for not snapping at each other. But, everyone's just tired and it starts to wear on you after a little bit. I was also feeling a little bit this morning, just Groundhog's Day a little bit, it was the same thing every morning as I was like emptying the dishwasher and making breakfast. It's just time for a little bit of a break, But anyway, when I kind of mentioned it, number one, my video, Vlogmas Day 18 just went live, and I apologize that that's late. Our internet, it literally would not upload last night. Every time I start to upload it, it'd be like, 3 hours and 42 minutes. And then it would just get longer and longer. I'm like, that's ridiculous. So I canned it, and then I just did it now, and I think it took all of like 22 minutes to upload. So there we go. But it is up there now. But I kind of mentioned a little bit yesterday about the smiley movement, the sewing makes you love yourself. And I'm not going to go into the whole thing right now. I mean, I could do a whole 30-minute video. I could talk actually all day about the sewing makes you love yourself movement. But I deal with anxiety pretty badly, like some pretty severe anxiety. It's actually gotten a lot better since my food allergies were diagnosed, like a lot better. But I still have bouts of it. And with anxiety always goes depression. Just because when you're in a total state of anxiousness all of the time, that can cause depression. I mean, that's a horrible state to be living in. Your body is not meant to be living in that state. And so, so there's always, I think, very, very similar or very, very common for those two to kind of go hand in hand a little bit together. So anyway, I have to just watch it. I have to watch my mental state at all times. And again, I am night and day difference from the beginning of the year even until now, but I just have to be careful because it's something that I will just always struggle with probably and have to watch. So anyway, all of that to say, I need to get down into my sewing room. That has been my happy place. That's where my brain can kind of like decompress. I can kind of recharge. It's like that self-love type thing. And I have the Jarrah all cut out, and it's downstairs for myself. Started with one of the ones for myself. And again, my plans video will be coming out at the beginning of the year, but I just wanted to go ahead. I just needed to sew something today. So that will definitely be happening. And I'll probably just set the camera up and you guys can watch me sew. It's a super simple sew. It's just this sweatshirt. It's the easiest version that I'm making. But I'll probably do that today just because I need it. So that will be happening. This is actually getting into quite some long waffle here. I just watched Kittenish Behavior, so now I'm going to be using her terms. And I do need to head to the hairdresser here in a minute. But I was thinking, so the first week of January, I have my Jarrah plans going up on New Year's Day, which is that Tuesday of that week. But I was kind of thinking the Friday of that week might be fun to do another Q&A. So I did the Seamstress tag a few weeks ago, and which is just the given questions, and I think a great way for you guys to get to know me. But now that we've kind of gone through Vlogmas, I thought it might be kind of interesting if you had any other questions about, I mean, they can be sewing related, personal, whatever. I mean, of course, I reserve the right to not answer some questions, but I'm pretty much an open book. So yeah, if you guys have any questions for like a Q&A video, I thought that might be kind of fun to do that Friday, which I think is the 4th. of January, that first week of January, just as kind of the beginning of the year. And again, now that we've gone through Vlogmas, if there's any questions that you guys had, you can leave those in the comments between now and the end of the year, or you can DM me on Instagram, and my Instagram, you can go and follow me. That's all down in the description box. So yeah, send me your questions, and if I have enough, I'll do a Q&A video at the beginning of January. Yeah, I think that's all I had for now. I'm gonna go get my hair cut, and I will see you guys after a bit. Hello! So I'm in my sewing room. Look where I am. Happy day. I have a cutout Jarrah there. I am going to do some sewing. I just got my hair cut. I've got like serious bangs now, like a proper fringe, as you British would call it. Which I think I kind of like. It's different. My hair grows super fast, so this will literally be gone in like 2 weeks. It will just be like a longer layer that frames my face. But I think it's kind of fun for Christmas. So, like I said, I get bored with my hair and like to change things up a little bit. So anyway, that's what happened today. She also straightens it, like really straightens it in order to put texture and stuff in my hair, which always looks like things are like plastered to my head. So when I actually wash and style this in a couple of days, it will not look like this anymore. It will be much poofier, which I actually kind of prefer. But anyway, I'm in my sewing room and I'm going to do some sewing. But first I need to pick up that mess. That would be my Kimberly dress that I just kind of tossed as I was using the pieces to sew it up. So I'm going to iron all of those and get them nice and flat. That's actually another little tip. I don't know if you guys, surely, I mean, you've probably heard it before, but I iron all of my tissue patterns before I cut them out. That is, I am all about skipping unnecessary, well, quote unquote, unnecessary steps, or getting away with the ones that you can kind of fudge a little bit. But I think ironing your pattern is a must. Like, it just makes everything the actual true size that it needs to be. So that is one step I always do. Now, these patterns were all, came to me printed out because I got them from the PDF plotting, because they were PDF patterns I had printed, the copy shop files. So they were flat. You know, I lay those out. They come to me in a roll and I lay those out and let them relax, and so they're already flat. But if they have been folded back up, I will iron them again before I use them. All my tissue patterns I iron before I trace or cut them out. And yes, and then when it's time to put them back, I iron them into submission. So that's how I get things back into their pattern envelopes, or in the case of my PDF patterns, I put them into a Ziploc bag. But that's how, like a big one, and that's how I get them in there. I iron them nice and flat. So I'm going to iron this into submission and get my Kimberly dress put away, and then I'm going to start working on the Jarrah. And I thought I would just set you up and let you come along for the ride as I quickly sew up the Jarrah on my serger. So that's what we've got to look forward to for the next hour or so. So this Jarrah literally took me 20 minutes to sew up because the timer was running as I was filming the entire process, which you just watched, clearly sped up quite a bit. But here she is, 20 minutes. Now this is the simple version. This is version 1, straight, just sweatshirt. I made a size 12, which I think was my bust measurement. I think I did that right. But I did my normal. I sewed a 4 actually in the neck and shoulder because it's a drop shoulder. And so I didn't want it too dropped. So I sewed a 4. And then at the arm's eye, again, I went out to a 12 at the sides. It's a very boxy fit, but I think this is the way it's supposed to be. I'm very happy with the length. Like, I don't think I'm going to touch the length at all. Now, like I mentioned before on, I think it's view B, it has a high-low hem, and I think that low hem is just too exaggerated for my frame. So I do think I will go in and just shorten that back part by 2 inches and take it up to nothing at the side, because I do. I mean, this is very boxy. And again, this is in a very structured quilted sweatshirting. So not only is it sweatshirting, but it's quilted. The sleeves are long, and I think I'm going to go in and shorten them 1 inch. I mean, this would be fine for this version, but I hate when my sleeves hang over my hands too much. And I think the other sleeve, the split sleeve, is supposed to hang over your hand a little bit. So I will go ahead and shorten both sleeve patterns by 1 inch for me. And then just go from there. And because I sewed a size 4, I'm sewing my daughter a 4. But since I've got a 4 in the shoulders here, I'm going to have her try this one on just to determine arm length. She may have longer arms than I do now. I still have 1.5 inches on her height-wise, but we're not built anything alike. So I'm going to have her try this on just to determine, because the length from here to the end will be the same. So anyway, I really like it. You know, it's boxy, but I mean, I think it'd be really cute. I like the length. I don't think I was expecting it to be, I mean, I wouldn't call it cropped, but kind of cropped for me, like a cropped length that I would wear. But this is going to be super cute over my new axle skirt and everything. I'm really liking this. My axle skirt, which you guys will see on Tuesday, because that's all uploaded and ready to go. I have 4 of the 5 have been uploaded. In fact, you saw the closet case lookbook already. So 3 more are scheduled. The next one goes live on Friday. But I just have 1 more of those 5 to edit and upload, and then I am finished throughout the end of the year. But anyway, I'm super, super excited about this. And you guys are totally getting a sneak peek because you haven't even seen the plans video for this version yet. But again, this is the super simple one, so I don't feel too bad letting you get a sneak peek. But yes, I'm loving this. Okay, thumbs up to the Jarrah. You guys need to buy it with your Christmas money. Okay, so I finished, since I finished that Jarrah, I went back and made changes to the pattern. So this is the back piece, and I used this piece for the one I just made, but I just did my hemline here at the A and D hemline, and it is a very cute hemline. I love that. But I shortened this back piece by 3 inches at the center back, and then went up to nothing here at the side seam. So I've not changed anything up here at the side seam. This should match up to the front just fine, but I did shorten this 3 inches here. And then on the front, because I don't really mind my shirts. I mean, I think there's like a 2 inches longer than what that A hem is. I shortened this by 2 inches from what it was, and then went to nothing at the side. So I will have a less exaggerated high-low hem, and I'm fine with that, because this one I shortened only by 2, and this one I shortened by 3, but that is exactly, I think for my proportions, is going to be perfect. So I did that to this piece, and then to sleeve B and D that has the split hem, I was getting worried because she had mentioned both on social media and then also in the pattern that it's meant to cover the hands a little bit, and that just drives me nuts. I don't mind it coming down a little bit, especially because of the slit. You know, if it hits like right at my thumb knuckle, I would be okay, but I don't want anything like hitting my hands, especially a flowy sleeve like that. So I went ahead, this is the sleeve that went on the Jarrah I just made, and I shortened it by 1 inch because I thought that could lose 1 inch and that would be comfortable. And then I just lined the sleeves up together, and then remembered to put my cuff piece in, wherever it is. and also remembered that the cuff piece is actually folded in half. So I folded it in half, overlapped it by the 1/4 inch seam allowance on both, and there's still this split sleeve is still an inch longer than this sleeve combo. But you know, just because of where this is a drop shoulder, so that changes, like your shape of your shoulders will change where a drop shoulder hits you. And even though I made the 4, that just can adjust, that can alter the length of the sleeve dramatically. So I took my 1 inch off the A and C sleeve, and then the split sleeve, I took 3 inches off. And I mean, because technically it looked like I needed to take 4, but I'm like, well, I'll keep him a little longer. So I just took 3 off of this pattern. And then nothing else needed to be changed. And then the other pieces that I have here on the floor, I have that tie front for me, the funnel neck, and then the back that goes with that tie front. But I think those are very comparable to the length of view A and D, and I'm absolutely fine with those. So I don't think I need to even touch those. Those are going to be A-okay and fine. So there we go. My pattern has been completely altered, so now I can make all 4 versions for myself. And then I still need to see what changes I need to make to my daughter's set of patterns that are still sitting there on the floor. So there we go. That's it for the Jarrah today. I'm going to go upstairs and actually do some work. Okay, guys, I'm going to call it quits for today. It is, I mean, it's still afternoon. Clearly, the sun's still out. But I think really the only thing we're doing tonight is a couple of errands. My daughter is, we got to do like a quick, it's going to be hectic tonight. Like they're studying tonight. My daughter's being picked up for this choir concert this evening. My husband and son at basketball practice, so it's going to be hectic. So I thought I might as well just go ahead, say goodbye, get this up and edited. I've been actually doing quite a bit of editing here and there today. And in like 5 minutes, I will have all 5 of those videos uploaded and the 4 that you haven't seen yet scheduled. So that's very exciting. So I'm going to go ahead and say goodbye for day 19, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye.